Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library. Wanted to come to you with a birthday book haul and then just some other books that I picked up in the last couple weeks. But yeah, it was my birthday this last Thursday and on the 13th, and my family treated me with some stuff, and I wanted to share with you what I got for my birthday and then what I will have coming in for my birthday. And of course, I will, when those come in the mail, I will show those to you in a video. But I was able to go to Books Revisited, and I picked up some wonderful books. I'm pretty excited about that. And then we did some shopping at our local independent bookstore that's in our downtown area, and I bought a book from her and put in an order for a couple more today, actually. And so I'm real excited about what's going down. So let's start with the non-book stuff first. Okay, so what did I get? So my birthday, and as most of you know, I'm a Hot Wheel collector, and that's a pretty easy gift for Dad for my 5-year-old. Oh, before I forget, my 5-year-old, she got a ceramic owl, because I like owls, and did some artwork on that and painted it up for me, and she was pretty proud of that, and I really enjoyed it. So I got my owl standing for the wisdom sitting there right over the shoulder. I thought that was a good place for that. But thank you to my youngest daughter. And actually, let's do this first. My oldest daughter, she actually met me at school on Thursday. It made my whole day because, as many of you know, she's moved out. She's got her own apartment, got her own job, working at the prison. She's a guard at the prison. And so she's got a busy, hectic schedule, but she works the evening shift from 2 to 10. And so because of that, she was able to come see me during my prep period at school. And she brought me some like Reese's Pieces, one of my favorite candies, brought me a thing of pop. What else was in the bag? I can't remember. There was something else in the bag. And then she also got me this awesome stamp. Let's see if you can read that. From the Library of William Ruttenberg, which of course is me. So got a stamp for my books. I've been wanting to buy like the sticker book plates, but this works even better because it keeps going, where the book plates, you run out and they can be kind of expensive. But this was an awesome gift, very personalized gift. I really enjoyed that. So another gift my 5-year-old got me. Now, as I was saying, I collect Hot Wheels, and so Hot Wheels or Matchbox cars, either one, are pretty easy gifts for her to get me. So there's one there, and I don't even know what exactly these cars are. This was a Nissan Skyline 2000 GT, and then she got me I can't even read it, a Fast Fish, whatever that means. But it's kind of a little sporty car. Pretty neat. She got me that. And then, I don't know if this was her or my wife, but they got me a minivan. I'm not real sure why a minivan, but that's all right. And then they got me this pretty cool Jurassic Park car. And then, to top that all off, BookTube, and then I'll get to the books, I promise. To top that all off, I had a comment in the comment section and I believe it was from Peg over at the History Shelf, and she asked me, can you tell me how exactly do you showcase those cars in your house, or do you have a storage system because you're always showing new Hot Wheels that you've got? And I was like, that's a great question, Peg, because I don't have a spot to showcase them. And so my wife helped with the storage thing. I had noticed this at like Walmart and Target, and they had it marked down to like $10. And I mean, it's amazingly expensive for how simple a thing this is, but I think it's like a $20 or $25 item. But they had it marked down to $10, and I was like, oh, honey, that'd be great. Pretty easy. It's got a little like a suitcase luggage thing, the extendable handle. So inside of here, it's got a whole bunch of storage space. You see all the little slots there. And then it also opens up like this with this side. where it's got all those slots for the cars. And so now I've got a spot, and I may even do that tonight if I got time. I might load that up with my Hot Wheel cars. But yeah, BookTube, that was a wonderful, wonderful present. And now, on to the books and magazines and everything else that's come in the mail. So, yesterday I was at, where was I? Dollar Tree, or $1.25 Tree, as I like to call it now. And I saw this wonderful, over in the teacher section, this wonderful little gift of bookmarks by Dr. Seuss, and it's got various bookmarks in there. I was pretty pumped up to see that. That's awesome. I like bookmarks. I also found in the books, they had a lot of fiction books, a lot of new ones that I hadn't seen at the $1.25 Tree. And of course, I like sports biographies. I really have no idea who this guy is, but it's a sports biography, and I thought, why not? So this is My Life, My Fight, Rising Up from New Zealand to the Oklahoma City Thunder by Steven Adams. And I don't watch NBA, I used to when I was a kid. Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and Larry Bird and all those guys. I used to watch it, but I don't watch it in the modern day or in today's world. But so this is going to be a brand new one for me. It's a newer book. I think it's this year. Excuse me. It's from Hatchet Books out of New York, and it is it's a 2018 book. Excuse me. I was thinking it was this year's 2018. And so thought that'd be a nice little easy read for me. I got, let's see here. For my birthday, my mother-in-law got me a Gordon Wood book, Power and Liberty, Constitutionalism in the American Revolution. And it's a short little book. It's from the Oxford University Press. Pretty short book. It's, 228 pages, so it won't take any time at all. It's from 2021, but I am really looking forward to this because I love Gordon Wood's writing. All right, and if you want to see what that stamp looks like, and I let my daughter, my youngest daughter, do it first, and so you'll see that we had to stamp her twice because she didn't press down hard enough the first time, and I didn't think I was going to be able to match it up right, so I had to. But you notice it's a nice little stamp on there. So now I can mark out my library. I was pretty excited about that. But again, that's from my mother-in-law for my birthday. I was tickled to get that. And I told you that I went to our local independent bookseller in our downtown area, and they had like what was it? It was her store's birthday. That's what it was. And so they had like a little open house in celebration of that. And so when I was in there, she does a wonderful, wonderful job of stocking her back wall with, middle grade books. And last year, especially, and even the year before that a little bit, but especially last year, I was really making an attempt to read a lot of middle grade books for school, so I can recommend stuff. And one of the authors that I picked up on was Avi. And this is his new book, Loyalty. And I was very excited to get this. And I had read, I got those on audio. I listened to, it was 2 or 3 of his other books, and I really enjoyed them. And so I was real tickled when I saw this. It's a 2022 book, and it's from Clarion Books. And so I look forward to reading that. It is my goal for my library to pick up some of these middle grade authors that have become kind of favorite authors of mine. And they're nice, easy reads, and they got good stuff in them and lots of good stuff for kids when they're reading. So that was a pickup. In the mail, I could not remember if I showed you this one or not. So if I have, sorry. If not, yay. But I got my Civil War Monitor magazine with Lincoln on the front. See, and I can't remember if I showed you this one or not, but this is the fall issue. We must not be enemies. And then some of the other stories, Antietam After the Storm, The Perils of Nursing, and Faced with a Nation on the Verge of Civil War, Abraham Lincoln used his first inaugural address as a last-ditch effort to avert bloodshed. So I'm really looking forward to reading that, digging into that. Yeah, that's been good. And then I had somebody on here comment. I don't remember who it was. It was one of my subscribers who comments on all my stuff, and I can't remember. I got a couple of people that I think it might have been, and I can't remember for sure. But anyway, they had asked me if I'd seen the new Smithsonian, and I thought my magazine subscription had ran out. But right after I said no, it's ran out. Sure enough, in the mail the very next day, the magazine comes. But he was asking me about this article, The Noble Fury of Samuel Adams, and it's all by Stacy Schiff, and she's got a new biography coming out on Sam Adams. And I'm going to try to, excuse me, I'm going to try to pick that up, and I'm pretty excited about that. This magazine has Scientists Probe the Mysteries of Smelling. Interesting. Utah's Glen Canyon, Rebirth of a Last Wonder, and then J.R.R. Tolkien's Haunted Vision of Middle-earth. And so that's going to be a fun one, especially for that article right on the front cover. Pretty excited about that. All right, so now down to the main event. Well, actually, maybe I should tell you the other ones. My birthday. Remember, my birthday was on Thursday. So I got a gift card to Amazon, and then I got some cash. And so what did I get with that? Now, these I've ordered in the mail. They won't be here until the end of the month, like the 25th or so. And so I'll show you when I get them. But I ordered John Grisham's new book that's coming out. I got an Agatha Christie box set that I found online. I'm really hoping that it's not like a Scholastic style book that's going to break after one or two reads. I'm kind of worried about that, but we'll see. It looked good online. And then today I went and I ordered 2 more H.G. Wells books, The War of the Worlds, and was it no, not the Time Machine. Maybe it was the Time Machine. Anyway, it was a couple. One of them I'd already read, but they are going to match my other book that I've got here at the house. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not sure when those are going to be able to come in because they were out of stock, and so it might take a little time to get them in, but I did order those. So I will show you all of those selections when they come in. I'm pretty pumped about the new John Grisham book that's coming out. That's going to be awesome. So we went to Books Revisited the other night on, what night was it? Wednesday night, on Wednesday the 12th. My wife was irritated about stuff, and then she texted me and said, "Do you want to go to St. Joe and just have a fun evening?" And I said, "Sure." So we went, and we had to leave after school, so we had to book it to Joetown, and we got there with like 15 minutes left before the store closed. And so I started looking, and I found a couple of things. So the first one that I found was 1491, New Revelations of the Americas Before Christopher Columbus by Charles C. Mann. Now, I have got upstairs the book 1493, and I have not read it yet because I wanted to read this one first. And I've heard lots of good stuff about this. There were some buddy reads and stuff that were going on based around this book. So I'm real excited that I found that for only a couple of bucks. I will say the spine, you can see the crack in it. It's not terrible, but I'm going to have to be careful reading it. Yeah, you can see the bend or the break in it there. So I'll have to be careful reading it, but I'm still excited. I thought it was a pretty good find for such a cheap amount. Another book that I found was Henry Adams in the Making of America by Gary Wills. And of course, I've read his book, Lincoln at Gettysburg, which was outstanding. But this is a Houghton Mifflin company out of Boston, and it's a 2005 book. So I thought this sounded very, very interesting. Let me read this front cover to you. Wills showcases Henry Adams's little-known but seminal study of the early United States and elicits from its fresh insights on the paradoxes that roil America to this day. Adams drew on his own Southern fixation, his extensive foreign travel, and his political service in Lincoln's White House, and much more to invent the study of history as we know it. His 9-volume Chronicle of America from 1800 to 1816 established new standards for employing archival sources, first-hand reportage, eyewitness accounts, and other techniques that have become the essence of modern history. Adams's innovations went beyond the technical, and he posited an essentially ironic view of the legacy of Jefferson and Madison. As it is well known, they strove to shield the young country from foreign entanglements, a standing army, a central bank, and a federal bureaucracy, among other hallmarks of big government. Yet, by the end of their tenures, they had permanently entrenched all of the things in American society. This is the American paradox that defines us today. The idealized desire for isolation and political simplicity, battling against the inexorable growth and intermingling of political, economic, and military forces, as Wills compellingly shows, the ironies spawned 2 centuries ago still inhabit our foreign policy and widening schisms over economic and social policy. Ambitious in scope and nuanced in detail and argument, Henry Adams in The Making of America throws brilliant light on how history is made in both senses of the term. All right, and so very excited about that. Gary Wills is a very good author, and so that should be really good. This next one, you've heard me talk about this on the channel before. My copy of this upstairs that I've read is a paperback, and absolutely love it. But I found for only $3 a brand new copy of Team of Rivals in hardback. And so this is a replacement copy for my book upstairs. I'm very excited to have this. It's going to look really good on the shelf. And of course, it's about Abraham Lincoln and the cabinet that he set up with his rivals for the presidency in 1860. This is, if you are looking for a Lincoln book, this is one of the best out there. I absolutely love what Doris Kearns Goodwin did with this book. And this is a Simon & Schuster out of New York, and she came out with this in 2005. And this, I just can't speak enough of this book. This is one of my all-time favorite Lincoln books. And as you well know, if you've been on the channel any at all, you know that Lincoln, he's my man. And I got a lot of books on Lincoln. And that is one of the best. I absolutely love that book. And so, with that being said, ending on a Lincoln note, I did find one other Lincoln book. Let me get this sticker off of there. Don't like stickers. Had to pay up a little bit to get it, but it's pretty cool. This is Lincoln in 3D. Amazing and rare stereoscopic photographs of his life and times by Bob Zeller and John J. Richter. The prologues by Harold Holzer, who is a standout Lincoln historian. But it's got 3D glasses in it, and so you can see the picture looks a little goofy. And then if you look on the back, those look a little bit goofy, but they've made it in 3D. And so you go to this back flap here, you put on your awesome 3D glasses. Yeah, I might wear these to school. Why not? And then you look at these photos and it's like, whoa, they just pop out at you. And these are, you look at those are classic Lincoln photos, stuff that we've all seen before. But you wear the glasses and I'm telling you, they pop out. It gives them new life and it's super cool. So this whole thing's loaded with photography from the time period. I've seen a lot of the photos. Some of them are new to me. But then it's got a running text along with it to explain what's going on in the photos throughout Lincoln's presidency. And so I was very, very tickled to add this to the collection. So, BookTube, that is my current book haul from this last week, 2 weeks, something like that. I've been kind of gathering a couple of these items. But yeah, that's what I've picked up. This was my birthday. I'm going to call this my birthday book haul from Thursday the 13th. And I hope you've enjoyed this. And if you don't have any of these cool 3D glasses, you need to pick some up. So you will look cool just like me. Until next time, BookTube, happy reading.